discussed in this audio program is an object which, when observed from a reasonable distance and perspective, defies conventional explanations. They appear to be intelligently controlled and perform aerial maneuvers that defy the known laws of physics. They can hover and accelerate at tremendous speeds, both laterally and vertically, make flat right-angle turns, and stop instantly from incredible speeds. UFO, by definition, does not have to be an extraterrestrial craft. It well may be, and it's my personal opinion that some are extraterrestrial. There is huge accumulation of evidence that points in that direction, but as yet that has not been proven to be fact. In this audio program, when referring to UFOs, the reference is to true UFOs and may also be referred to as UFOs/flying saucers. 2. UFOs exist. The accumulation of evidence is so great that no reasonable person can any longer deny their existence. To quote the Honorable Paul Heller, former Canadian Minister of Defense, "They are as real as the airplanes that fly over your head." Heller, 2005. 3. The most common argument by skeptics and debunkers is that the government is unable to keep secrets. It is of utmost importance for the listener to understand that the government of the United States can and does keep secrets. The argument is that a story so big could not be kept secret for any length of time. That cry has been heard from the beginning of the UFO phenomenon. It is totally incorrect. The intelligence community and the military are accustomed and well qualified in keeping secrets that involve national security and military hardware, and the darker the secret, the more secure it is. Political secrets are completely different. They rarely can be kept. For that reason, politicians are almost never privy to black projects that involve national security or the military. The Manhattan Project is the perfect example. For 10 years, over 50,000 people worked on the development of the atomic bomb, and no one in Congress knew they existed until they were dropped on Japan. It was 8 days after the death of Franklin Roosevelt before Harry Truman knew they existed. 4. Finally, the listener is asked to understand the basic concept of UFO sightings. People that study and research these sightings agree that most sightings can usually be explained as something normal, natural, and terrestrial. This includes military black or secret projects. The number of true, unexplained UFO sightings is generally thought of to be in the area of 5% of all reported sightings, and for every reported sighting, either explainable or not, there are probably 10, and probably many more, that go unreported. This unfortunate fact will be discussed in the final chapter. When researchers lecture on the UFO phenomenon, this fact is always pointed out to the audience. Though factual, I believe it gives a false understanding to the casual observer. Simply stated, if the casual observer hears that of all reported UFO sightings, 95% can be explained, then the normal thought process is that more study on the remaining 5% would explain those as well. I feel this approach dilutes the importance of what I consider 100% of legitimate UFO sightings made by competent, trained observers of sightings as outlined in Number 1, preceding. With this in mind, I believe UFO sightings should be viewed in two distinct groups. Group number 1 would be UFO sightings that, when studied, can be explained as something conventional. Group 2 would be high-quality sightings made by competent observers that, when studied, offer no conventional explanation. In the 50-plus years since Donald Keyhoe introduced me to flying saucers, the Air Force and the United States government have publicly stated that UFOs were simply misidentified natural or conventional objects. Officially, they stated that these objects pose no threat to national security, even though reports of UFOs stalking airliners causing many to take evasive action has steadily increased. UFOs have been reported over major airports and military installations, especially nuclear installations. Reports from credible witnesses, such as pilots and police officers, have mounted. Some reports by multiple witnesses.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.